We're starting things off with some breaking news this morning. Multiple power outages are happening across the inland Northwest. Right now, Avista is reporting over 800 homes, or people rather, are without power. The majority are near Palouse and Moscow.
So Clearwater Power also reporting more than 1,300 people without power, and most of them are near Moscow. So we'll keep you updated here on Up with KREM as crews work to restore powers to other areas. But we say good morning to you here at the 8 o'clock hour. Thanks for joining us here on Up with KREM. I'm Tim Pham.
And I'm Channing Curtis. Now this morning we do have several school delays and even closures to talk about this morning as well. They're of course scrolling at the bottom of your screen right now.
But first we want to get outside to meteorologist Jeremy Legoo breaking down today's forecast and why some of these schools are calling it a little bit later. Jeremy, explain what's going on there.
Snow, we got more of it overnight, and with snow already on the ground, it's just hard to get moving. It's really easy for snow to stick when you already have it, so when we're talking 1 to 2 inches, it winds up having a bigger impact than it otherwise might if roads were completely clear. So this morning over in Coeur d'Alene, it tells the story. Packed roads or packed snow and ice on side roads, and even those main roads still looking snowy, just kind of those tire ruts. And with temperatures down in the mid-20s, it's very similar to yesterday where that snow's packing as cars drive over it, making it even more slick in some areas, and that's likely your front step in some of those sidewalks as well. You're clear over in Moses Lake and Wenatchee. You're in the rain shadow of the Cascades, but that's all set to change. The good news, we've now expired our winter weather advisory here in the inland Northwest. The not so good news, we've got even more snow on the way. Right now we're watching our snow taper off from this morning. You can see it's still winding down, and here on the South Hill, a couple of stray snowflakes takes us through the day, and that's about the extent of it. We'll watch that snow continue to wind down this morning, and we're talking mostly cloudy skies taking us through the afternoon, and then tonight our next round of snow moving in. We top out right near 30 degrees this afternoon, and tonight it's snow because it's cold enough. 4 to 7 inches, pretty widespread. That's why we have that winter storm warning in place across the region, so big impacts from that one as well. And as our snow moves out of high elevations, we all brace for the incoming round of snow that takes over later tonight and gives us plenty by tomorrow morning. All right.
Well, as COVID-19 cases hit a new high.
That's right. On Monday, the U.S. reported more than 1 million new cases, and across the inland Northwest, we're also seeing a surge here as well.
So the Spokane Regional Health District reported 718 new COVID cases yesterday. That's a huge jump from Monday when the health district reported 203 new cases. And what's really interesting is that they're saying that this is not from a backlog in testing and that this is really a result of a lot of people needing to get tested after the holidays.
So 78 people are currently hospitalized with the virus. That's up 11 since Monday.
Across the state line, the Panhandle Health District reported 163 new COVID cases yesterday.
80 people are now hospitalized with the virus there as well. That's up 19 since Monday. So Providence's chief medical officer gave a warning about the impact Omicron could have locally.
He talked about how the surge in cases could lead to increased hospitalizations. They are also experiencing more healthcare workers getting sick with COVID or being exposed and having to get tested before returning to work.
So this is compounding the staffing issues that hospitals are already facing as they continue to treat high numbers of not just COVID patients, but people who are also sick with other illnesses as well. Dr. Getz warned of severe consequences if the staffing crisis gets worse and hospitalization numbers get too high.
You just can't deliver care to everybody. And we're already at a point now where staffing is incredibly challenging. And if we see lots of ill calls and a high volume of patients, this really could drive the state into a crisis standards of care setting.
Well, Getz also says this is impacting the amount of testing they can provide to people. He did say that peak hospitalization during Delta was a lot worse than what Providence is currently seeing, but it is on par with the first surge during the pandemic.
So today we will hear from health leaders locally and statewide. The Spokane Regional Health District is holding a press conference to address the recent Omicron surge, and Washington Governor Jay Inslee will be holding a press conference with the Department of Health. Of course, we'll be sure to keep you updated with the latest information during the KREM 2 News at noon and KREM 2 News at 4. Now, in the meantime, challenges continue for our local testing sites for COVID. This morning, health officials are trying to get a handle on that increased demand.
So there are only 2 mass testing sites here in Spokane, and one of them is at Spokane Falls Community College. Testing site organizers expanded their drive-through to 2 lanes yesterday as the demand rose. Discovery Health's regional manager hopes this will get more people tested faster.
Now, they plan to increase testing capacities later this month. However, they are seeing delays due to some staffing shortages.
Been working to try to keep up with volume. It's definitely taking a toll. So also the double volume of the onset of the new variant has also been really hard for us to match staffing measures.
So Discovery's goal is to provide 1,400 tests. In the meantime, they say a way to move the testing center line faster is pre-registering for tests and submitting information online before visiting the site. We know this is a lot of information, so for more information on where to get a test, you can text the word COVID to the number 509-448-2000 and we'll send that link right to your phone.
All right, Nicole Hernandez has been out all morning long checking on the roads all across the Spokane area just to make sure that things are safe for your morning commute. Let's go ahead and check in with her. Nicole, where are you right now and how are the roads where you are?
Channing, right now I'm in Deer Park. We've got Main Avenue right behind me here, and I don't know if you can see it, but there's little flurries of snow in the sky, and honestly, it's just beautiful and peaceful up here. It is so pretty, and you know, Jeremy asked for it about an hour ago. He wanted me to measure how deep the snow was with my finger because I can tell you inches all you want. Okay, we're like up to the first knuckle. Gives you a better idea of how much snow there is if you don't know how much an inch is like me. So we've got a good, you know, little layer of snow on the ground. So I'm going to jump in the storm tracker because right now we're driving around our brand new storm tracker all morning long and we're using the camera from that. And I'm going to jump in so that photojournalist Alizano can actually drive Main Avenue here and really give you a better look at what the roads are looking like from the car. So right now in Deer Park, we were driving up obviously Highway 2 to get here, and Highway 2 looked pretty good. It was the best road that we saw all morning, but then you get to places like this where there's just kind of more side streets or main arterials, and those are the ones that are still pretty covered in snow this morning. You can see right here just how much snow is still on the ground, and like Jeremy mentioned earlier, it's a combination of the fact that we got snow overnight and the fact that we still are seeing snow and ice and built up mush on the ground from the snow that we've been getting for the past week or so. So you're definitely going to want to be careful as you're driving this morning. Give yourself that extra time. We have been driving some of the more dangerous hills and areas as well in Spokane this morning, just so that you know what's safe. Freya going up the South Hill and Grand going up the South Hill and Carnahan Hill all have been plowed this morning. So those look pretty good, but still kind of slippery. So be extra careful for sure as you're driving. And if you have a place that you want us to check out before you get out the door this morning, give us a text at 509-448-2000. We'll head that direction. I'll send things back to you guys for now.
8:09 now, time for your morning rush. More news in less time.
Spokane Valley deputies took a woman into custody after the stolen car she was driving hit a patrol car. Deputies say another suspect ran away and hasn't been found. The vehicle ID number showed the car was reported stolen last month on December 30th.
Washington State Democrats are looking to put the controversial long-term care tax on hold until next year. Deductions from paychecks were set to begin this month. This week, Democratic House lawmakers pre-filed legislation to delay the tax until July of next year. Under the legislation, any premium collected before then will be refunded by the state within 120 days.
A Washington state lawmaker is proposing a first-of-its-kind alert for missing Indigenous people. State Representative Deborah Lakanoff plans to introduce a House bill to create an early alert system to help identify and find missing Indigenous people.
I have relatives, I have peers around me, and our whole job is to cry out for help, to bring awareness, because there are systems and jurisdictional barriers in place that make it extremely difficult to search for Indigenous women when they go missing.
According to the Urban Indian Health Institute, the greater Seattle area has one of the highest number of cases of missing or murdered Indigenous people.
So we have a clear majority. Congratulations, Councilmember Haley, you are the new mayor.
The city of Spokane Valley has selected a new mayor. Now in the valley, voters elect council members and then the council votes on the mayor and the deputy mayor. The council selected Pam Haley as their new mayor. She replaces Ben Wick, who remains on the city council. Haley has served on the city council for 6 years and is a small business owner. Rod Higgins was chosen to serve as deputy mayor. That's your Morning Rush.
Changes in COVID means changes in how it affects us. A look at a new symptom that seems to be specific to Omicron.
And the one thing to know about weather is the snow's not done yet. We're waking up to a couple inches this morning, but tonight the real stuff arrives, and we're talking the better part of a half a foot by the time you make your way out the door tomorrow.
It's time for your wake-up call. This morning, we want to know if your office is asking you to work from home again. Well, do you like working from home? Do you prefer to be in the office? Use the hashtag #UpWithKREM on social media or text us 509-448-2000. Someone said as a school crossing guard, I can't work from home.
Makes sense.
Some people do like working from home and the convenience to wear pajamas, but either way, we want to hear from you.
But first, here is a live look outside. Ooh, the ski lifts are up and running this morning. We want to say good morning to all of our viewers in Millwood and, of course, all over the inland Northwest. And, of course, to one of our viewers who wrote in from Winthrop. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Let us know where you're watching from. Go ahead and grab another cup of coffee. We have more Up with KREM in just a bit.